go do it.
Okay. There it comes.
Cut that loose.
But he's having trouble at school, Everett. Do you think, since Forrest died, he really hasn't had any man in his life who really's taken any time. And
Sure. Say no more.
you are his godfather.
And proud of it. Hi. Heard you did pretty well in the dirt bike races this weekend.
Yeah, got in the main event. Crashed in the first corner, though.
When we get back to the house, I want to show you something. It's a 1964 BSA 250cc dirt bike. It's the first dirt bike I ever saw.
Really?
You ever seen one? It's
No.
a heavy old dog. It's a hunk of iron.
Yeah, cast iron. Now everything's carbon fiber and aluminum.
Talk to your mom, okay?
I don't know.
She thinks it's you not talking.
Nah. Just been busy, that's all.
Listen to me. This is a story I don't tell too often. I'm going to tell it to you once. You can write it off. I think kids get a raw enough break as it is now. They're trying kids as adults.
Yeah.
There's a curfew coming here. Kids are off the street. 10:30. You're out of there. It's a big fight right now. But there's still some things that count. Can I bore you with this?
Go ahead.
What counts is time counts. There's no time. 25 years ago, when I first moved into this valley, my brother and I were out here, and we loved this river. We grew up in the south, and we used to run inner tubes down the river. Different kind of river in the south, big, lazy. He was 19 years old. He had wrestling scholarships, football scholarships everywhere in the country, and he chose to go pay his way to an Ivy League school. It was during Vietnam. Things got kind of confusing. And he was out here, and the mountains, the river, everything was giving him strength. One day he decided he and his buddy were going to go raft tube this river. It was up in the numbers. Of course, they weren't calling the numbers then now because nobody could grade the rapids. And he and his buddy put in 2 inner tubes with a rope tied between them so they could pull each other off the rocks. And my dad was at the railroad trestle crossing the river. He was going to pick them up. Somehow, my brother got thrown out of his inner tube. His buddy had already gotten out of his inner tube and swum to the side of the river because he knew it was too heavy. And my brother got his ankle tangled up in the rope, and the inner tube lodged behind a rock, and the rope stretched him out under a rapid about as big as that hole right out there. And he got hung up there, and he got pounded, and he drowned. He was prepared for a long life, but it was only 19 years. So I don't know how long my life is going to be, or your life is going to be, but I know every moment counts. So you don't waste it. You don't mess around. You try to be kind to people. You try to be mindful of other people's needs. And you try to do something that's worthwhile. Because it can be short. It can be over in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Know what you mean there.
Doesn't mean you don't have fun. Plenty of fun. But still, there's a reason you're here. Whether it's, how old are you now?
14.
Whether it's 14 years, 19 years, or of 28 years. Don't waste it. Make it count.